everybody! In this video, I am going to present my personal intuitive understanding of the love life for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius for the month of December 2017. So as you can see, I have already spread the cards, 5 for the near past, meaning mid to end November, 5 for the present, meaning the month of December, and 5 for the near future, meaning the first half of January 2017. I also use additional cards, bottom deck cards, in order to get a better understanding, a general understanding of what the reading wants to say. So, in the reading, you have 7 cards from the sword suit, and this is quite a majority, representing a definite air energy. And I interpret it that maybe in your life there is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that makes you angry, reckless, eager, and having contradictory thoughts, that makes you defensive. You need to move on, to protect yourself, to take some time to heal. In need to find mental balance, clarity, understanding, solving problems, find a deeper meaning that imprison you, that make you suffer, that damaged your emotions, damaged your love life. So it's either a air sign that makes you feel that way. I also see other zodiac signs such as Pisces, Capricorn, Aquarius, Cancer, Libra, Taurus. So for some of you, you might resonate with one of these zodiac signs that has been hurting you so bad that you need to focus at what your brain tells you. You need to think, you need to clarify, you need to find solutions, you need to understand, you need to unstuck yourself, you need to take action. So this reading tells me that you've been hurting up to this point, and now you reached a moment when you are frustrated and disappointed and angry at love, and in total need to find your real nature once again. But to some of you, it might represent an inner process, an inner thinking process. And I will tell you why I believe that. There are the bottom deck cards. First, I got the High Priestess. And the High Priestess tells us to look within. The High Priestess to search for clarifying, for truths within ourselves, to no longer look in our outside for the answers to our problems or to our suffering, but to search it in the inside, to become aware of our thoughts and ideas and definitions and perceptions and thoughts and dreams and hopes and emotions and feelings, everything that we have gathered and well hidden in the inside. And then I asked, why does Sagittarius need this? And then I got the Devil card. And the Devil represents either a Capricorn that has been keeping you trapped, either that some other signs of what I have presented previously makes you feel weak, hopeless, stuck, shackled, in a place of your brain where there is darkness and incapacity, and you feel so weak and so stuck. And then I asked, why? Why does he need to go inside? And then I got the answer, because he's stuck. Because the Sagittarius is stuck. And I asked, why is he stuck? And I got the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups represents either somebody from the past, that you are stuck in the past, either that you are stuck in an illusion, that you are incapable of seeing opportunities that are given to you. As you can see with the Four of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups being offered to this young man, to this young person, and all he can look at are these three empty cups. So this card represents a person that is self-absorbed, that is apathetic, and that is searching within. So the Four of Cups and the High Priestess represent searching within, and searching within at the emotions, because the cups represent emotions. And so I wondered if this suit, the High Priestess, the Devil, and the Four of Cups, doesn't represent a process, a thinking, reconsidering, readjusting painful realizations of our prototype of the perfect love, of the perfect relationship, of the perfect partner. As I said, in this reading, I do not see too much love. I see a lot of thinking, a lot of mentally seeking, of reasoning, a need to balance thinking and feeling. And it looks like you are so angry at love because at this point, loving, or your love life in general, needs some thinking, some reasoning, and especially some reconsidering. Maybe your intuition tells you to put a hold into your love life because it was becoming chaotic. It was driving you crazy. It was making you feel that you lose your mind because you are stuck. It is possible that it was making you go crazy because you still have feelings from somebody in the past. Yeah? Someone you keep thinking of, someone that makes you feel stuck, trapped, hopeless, powerless, what the devil says. And you might feel that way because you are not over them. So the bottom deck cards, all of them, tell me that it looks like you need to take a better look inside of you, to find guidance from within, to use your intuition, to listen to what your heart is telling you, because you're emotionally stuck. And this makes you feel trapped, hopeless, powerless, addicted, weak. So the past might represent either a person, either an illusion. And what I mean by this illusion is that at a certain age, we create an image on how the perfect relationship looks like. We create the prototype of the perfect match for us. And we feed with all of these ideas an unrealistic illusion or multiple unrealistic illusions based on examples. Our parents, worldwide known love stories, artists, and so on and so forth. All of these prototypes, they get in our subconsciousness, the high priestess, and guide us in our search for our partner later on. And these unrealistic ideas on how the relationship should be, how love should be, how a partner should be, how a partner should look like, how the perfect person for us should look, be, behave like. And all of these unrealistic illusions make us frustrated, even angry, when we seem to never find the one we are searching for, the one that feels right. Again, the intuition. The intuition is about feeling, is about, sometimes we don't understand why we like somebody right from the beginning and why we don't like somebody, why we react in some ways in different situations. But all of these, the intuition, are all of the information that we have gathered throughout time and that we are not using on our everyday life, in our everyday life on a daily basis. And then they appear to be forgotten, but they are not. They are very well locked in our brain, and they appear every now and then in different situations when a certain information is needed. But we are not fully aware that we are accessing this information. We are just aware that we react in a certain way, that we like somebody, that we say certain words. So this is using your information and the information from within, in your intuition, in your subconsciousness. When we become emotionally mature and ready to find a stable partner, we need to look at these false illusions on which our prototypes are based on and readjust them to the reality, readjust them to the mature person that we have become, to our mature needs, not to our illusions as children or adolescents based on the examples. This process, and it looks like Sagittarius goes through this process, takes a lot of thinking, a lot of reconsidering, a lot of readjusting, painful realizations that we allowed ourselves as adults, guided by childish adolescent perceptions and illusions, and that they are the reason of never feeling good with a partner, never feeling right in a relationship, never finding a balance between head and heart, and never feeling complete with somebody. And then when we realize that it's the examples from the past and the unrealistic illusions from the past that have been guiding our emotional life, we might feel dumb from moving from one partner to another, from one relationship to another. And we might realize that a certain partner in our past, or that our current partner, is the correct person for us. So if you are single, you become aware of what you should be looking for further on. So this is what the reading tells me, that you are disappointed and something tells you to step behind, to take a break, and to look in your inside. Now it's time to make a list with real characteristics, real perception, real ideas, mature ideas, based on your previous love experiences, based on true ways that you felt, on how different partners from your past or your present make you feel, and recreate a premature and realistic image on the correct, right partner, correct, right relationship, correct, right love. So I hope that I made myself understood up to this point. So it's a process of reconsidering the entire love life, including emotions, feelings, ideas, prototypes, examples, and readjust them to the mature person that we are today. So now I will get into details. Sagittarius looks like entering into mid-November and November, like a Knight of Swords, angry, unbalanced, with contradictory thoughts. And it looks like this is due to your love life. Either you went through a recent breakup, either you realize that your relationship is not working, either you are single and you realize you are angry at the fact that you are single, and you're angry at the fact that you're not finding a good match for you. So either of all of these situations makes you disappointed, makes you frustrated, makes you angry, makes you contradictory, wondering, what have I done wrong? What have I done wrong? What has it gone wrong? Why can't I simply be happy in my love life? Because you, Sagittarius, you are so romantically dreamy and in search for the perfect feeling, in search for perfection, especially in your love lives. So when you try and try and try and try and it doesn't work, you get frustrated and angry and in search to your emotional nature. So the Knight of Swords is sort of the opposite of the High Priestess. Yeah, sort of the opposite. So although you feel the need to look inside for answers, you are so angry at the outside of your love life. The fact that you are not happy, that you simply go from diplomatic to blunt, from logical to unfeeling, from incisive to cutting, from knowledgeable to opinionated, because you're angry and you're frustrated, but especially disappointed. So you enter into November angry, and it looks like not in long after you find yourself with two cards, with the Queen of Wands, and this is the Queen of the fire element, of the fire signs. And since you're a fire sign, I believe that this represents you. And it could be that in your search for answer, in your anger and eagerness to find answer, you turn your back away from yourself. As you can see, the Knight of Swords, he's with the back at the Queen of Wands. So it might be that you are so angry at love that you cannot find yourself anymore. You cannot look at yourself anymore. It might be that maybe somebody made you believe that it's your fault, that your love life is not working. And then you are just angry at yourself as well. This might be for some of you, but for some of you might be like, oh yeah, I'm angry at love, but I'm just gonna be myself. I'm just gonna be myself, my attractive, open, courageous, manifested, beautiful, sunny, optimistic me. So it's possible that you are turning your back to the pain and eagerly trying to find your pure nature, and this is your pure nature. Enthusiastic, energetic, cheerful, optimistic, self-assured, secure. So you say no to the emotions, you say no to love, you say, just love, go away, I'll just simply be myself and I'll enjoy myself like this. My real me. So you turn your back to the love and become yourself, or you turn your back to yourself in order to find answers. And then we have the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands talks about exploring the unknown, about being a visionary, looking only for the future, planning ahead, becoming the leader of your inner fire, controlling your inner fire, but looking for the future. So this is what I believe that for most of you is that you are being so angry at love and that you start focusing only at yourselves and at your future, but no love involved, none whatsoever. And when you're looking at the future, you're trying to find guidance, you're trying to find light. And this comes with the star. In order to be able to look at your future, you need to find light into the darkness. And this is what the star represents. Finding hope again, finding light into your emotional night, finding balance in your emotions. Because as you can see, this woman, she's creating oceans and seas and rivers with her emotional capacity. And in order to be able to create that, she needs guidance from within. She needs light in her darkness. And she needs hope. And as you can see, the star, she represents also a naked woman. And by nakedness, I understand that this person, and most likely yourself, you start accepting yourselves just the way you are, not being ashamed of who you are and putting yourself out there in the world just the way you are. Also, this card might represent Aquarius. So considering how many swords and air cards you have here, it might be that you are dealing with an Aquarius. Yeah. But to most of you, I believe that it might represent that your search within finally pays off with some enlightenment. And then, after finding light at the end of the tunnel, after finding help and guidance and hope from within, we are able to feel the real pain, because this is what the Six of Swords, as you can see, yet again, swords. The Six of Swords represent feeling blue, feeling sad, but moving on, healing, finding coping mechanisms, trying to understand the emotional trauma and to no longer allow it to affect us. And to some of you, it might also represent traveling. It might be that you are so angry and that you're just simply gonna take a vacation towards the end of November or beginning of December. Could be this, but could also be that you are entering a new frame of your mind. And this is what the travel could represent. Entering a new frame, trying to find a different way of understanding and of clarifying and of reasoning in order to help you heal and in order to help you cope and in order to rebalance yourself. So as you can see, for November, we go from anger to finding your nature, to trying to find a perspective and trying to find the strength within yourself to look at the future. And you can look at the future if you have the guidance from within, if you have the light within yourself. And only then when you understand, because finding the light within means understanding what's happening, then you can move on, then you can heal, then you can cope, then you can understand, then you can rebalance yourself, and then you can simply go to a different state of mind. But also it might be traveling. And then entering into December, we have the Four of Wands. Yay! Means celebrating, means seeking freedom, feeling excited, letting go of limitations. Yeah, so if you felt emotionally limited, if you felt that you need to limit yourself in order to be good, in order to be happy, now you're saying no more limits. I need to be free and I need to be myself. And since it's the Wands, it represents fire energy. And you are pure fire energy, my dear Sagittarius. So you are entering into December in a celebrating mood, in a happy mood, or in a running away mood. Because celebrating might represent also the fact that you're running away from yourself and entering into a place where you're celebrating with your friends, where you are just running away from the responsibility of thinking and just partying, celebrating, drinking, and things like that. Yeah. Then we have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles, as you can see, represents a young person that is juggling two pentacles. So what I believe, or what it looks like, is that maybe throughout your celebration, you meet two people, or that you are already in a relationship and you meet somebody else. And then you're trying to balance, to juggle, to be flexible, to quickly adapt, either to a new situation, either to a three-party situation. Yeah. But considering the cards that come after, so we have, I want you to see, we have the Two of Pentacles, then we have the Ace of Swords, and then we have the Ace of Cups. I believe that you are receiving two love opportunities, two love offering, one from an air sign and one from a water sign. Or it might represent that you are trying to juggle your mental and your emotional. So, to some of you, with the celebrating from the beginning, you might be celebrating also because it's your month, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Sagittarius. So it might be either that you are juggling two people, two love possibilities, either that you are trying to find balance and to be flexible with both of your thinking and both of your feeling. So, the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords tells us that we should be thinking. We should be reconsidering. We should be trying to find solutions. We should be courageous. We should be facing our not mental problems, the problems that our mind has created, or the problems in our emotional life that can only be solved through thinking and reasoning and clarifying and balancing and understanding. So it's either that you are trying to balance your thinking with your emotions, either that you are receiving a cup of love, and then after you want to be thoughtful, but then you receive a cup of love, or you are offering a cup of love. Maybe throughout your celebration you find somebody, or maybe if you are in a relationship, you are no longer angry. Some time has passed and you are no longer angry, and you are ready to receive and to give your cup of love, your emotions, your depth, your emotional maturity. But what I think really is that for some of you it's a three-party situation, and that you need to consider and to think what you should give and what you should allow to receive. Because afterwards we have the Eight of Swords. And what does the Eight of Swords shows? An emotionally stuck person. You can see this blindfolded, and again, just, this card I look like as being very related to the devil. You're stuck in your mind. You are stuck in a place where you find no solution, you find no understanding, you cannot get out of it. But why can't you get out of it? Because you are blindfolded. Because this is a moment where you are incapable of seeing the reality and the truth around you. Or if you are in a three-party situation, it might be that you do not know what to choose. That you do not know. And even if you're not in a three-party situation, maybe you don't know what to do anymore. You don't know what to think anymore. You don't know what else should you be thinking about in order to find solutions and in order to find peace. Finally finding some peace within yourself and in your brain. And you're stuck. The devil says it. The Eight of Swords says it. You're trying to run away from it. You're trying to hide in celebrating. You're trying to adapt. You are trying to find balance between head, thinking, and feeling. But you're stuck. Once again, you're stuck. And you don't know. You are incapable to see it. And all you have to do is unfold the thing that is over your eyes and simply see. But you are so angry at love, you're so upset with love that you probably don't even want to get out of your brain, to get out of your thinking, to get out of your reasoning, to get out of your mental process, because you want to become victorious with the Chariot. So you'd rather stay stuck in your head, stuck in your emotions, than fighting the black and the white, the past and the future, the fears and the hopes. This is what it takes. This is what it takes to become the master of your inner And once you become the master of your inner, and after you become in control of your fear and dreams, and after you unleash your past and accept that the past is the definitory for your future, you are not going to be victorious. So what you need to do is stop partying, stop juggling, stop trying to find the balance, and just focus on what is important. And what is important is yourself and what you have within. And you must understand that you are never going to find a real balance. It's impossible. We are humans. We solve something and then something new comes. You know, it's like in science. You find out something about the universe out there, and that little something that you figure out is going to create 100 more questions. So balance between head and heart is just as impossible as reaching the stars. Just as impossible, because we need to take one thing at a time. We need to take either thinking, either feeling. But in order to be able to see what's more important, thinking or feeling, you need to unfold your eyes. And only then you can become victorious. This card, the Chariot, might also represent the zodiac sign of Cancer. So some of you might be dealing with a Cancer that make you have sleepless, painful nights. But what I believe is that you realize, since the Chariot is right under the celebration, that some of you will realize that celebrating will not get you victorious. You need to unfold your eyes and you need to unfold your brain, your thinking, in order to become victorious. And then you realize that you have been doing some unrealistic things, that you have been trying to find something impossible, and then you are going to feel miserable with the Nine of Swords. Either a Cancer is breaking up your heart again. You've been opened, you've been readjusting, you found some balance, and then some Cancer comes and breaks your heart. Could be that as well. Or some Aquarius did that. Yeah. But what I believe, I told you, what I believe is that it's a Virgo. For most of you, it's a Virgo. So your victory is partial because you are not solving the real problem. And the Knight might also represent the night of your emotions, the night of your love. Like you figure out some things, you manage to figure out some things in your head, but you have not solved the most important thing, which is love. And then you hurt. Hurt makes you, love makes you hurt and brings suffering, but without it, you are suffering as well. So what is a victory without love? What is a victory without somebody to share it with? What is it? Nothing. Nothing. You need love. You're just as addicted to love as... you are so attracted to love and to emotions and to feelings, and you are so in love with being in love that you are seriously miserable without love. You're miserable with love and you're miserable without love. And then we have the Empress. And this is why I've been talking a lot about Libra, is because the Empress is the representative card for Venus. And Venus is the representative planet for Taurus and for Libra. And considering how much air energy is here, I believe that for some of you, Libra is the pain in the behind and the pain in the heart. So what the Empress says, the Empress represents the prototype of the attractive outside woman, or femininity, not necessarily woman, but femininity. We have the High Priestess and the Empress, that are the two archetypes of the female in the major arcana. So I don't believe it's a surprise that we have them both. So after looking inside, you need to look inside, you need to balance your thinking and your emotions, or at least try, or at least figure out what is most necessary now. And then you can put yourself out into the world. This might also represent pregnancy, maternity. This might also represent the need to go to your nature self. Again, we have in the beginning of November, the anger and the need to find your nature self. And then we have a false victory, pain, and again, the need to find your natural self in order to become loving and caring. This is what the Empress represents, the capacity of giving our inside in the outside. But in order to be able to do this, we must understand what lies in the inside. Do you know what you want? This is the question. Do you know how much you can give? Do you know what you need? Do you know what others need from you? But your natural self, Sagittarius, is loving, caring, being empathic, being giving, to the point of sacrificing yourself for love. To that point. And then we have the Page of Swords. Yet again, air energy, surprise, surprise. But what the Page of Swords tells us, to take action, to be courageous, to stand for our thoughts, for our beliefs, for our opinions, for our solutions, to stand for your mind, to stand for your ideas. So it looks like, regardless of what you do, you will need to have a mental process in order to figure out what you want, in order to find mental balance, because you are so angry and so unbalanced that it takes some real action to get out of there. Yeah? And why? Because you're brokenhearted. This is the last card of the reading, the Three Swords. And this might represent also a three-party situation as presented above. Tuk, 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 juggling two offers. And it might be this. And you feel stuck. Although you feel victorious, because having two people in your life makes you feel like a super person. But this hurts you because this is not in your nature. And then you will need to take some mental action and get rid of this. Get rid of the heartbreak. So there is heartbreak, and there is a need of a mental process, a need of a search within, a need to unstuck yourself from your past or from your illusions in order to be able to give in order to be able to give. And in order to be able to receive, you need to unstuck yourself, you need to unfold yourself, you need to stop running, you need to stop juggling, you need to be yourself, to balance yourself, to realize that victory needs to be shared with somebody, because a victory alone is not a victory. And you must realize that a fight within the head and the heart will break either or. It doesn't need to be a fight within the head and the heart. It needs to be an understanding between the two of them. You need to reach that moment, my dear Sagittarius, where you stop fighting your brain in order to activate your heart, or you have to stop fighting your heart in order to activate your brain. You need to find the way to make them live together in the same beautiful body. Yeah, you need to find your inner in order to present your outer. You need to find guidance before healing. You need to find the light within yourself before planning. It looks like you're doing some wrong things here. You are trying so hard. You are so angry and frustrated and disappointed and hurt and unbalanced, and in such need of reward, of emotional reward, that you are hurting yourself more than you are helping yourself. And you are so stuck in your past, and you're so stuck in your illusions, and you are so stuck in your love for somebody, that you are incapable of working your way. You know, I hope that you are going to reach a moment and, you know, sing Frank Sinatra's song, I Did It My Way, not I did it somebody else's way. And it looks like you allow yourself to be so affected by your love life, by your relationship, by your broken relationship, or by your broken past relationships, that you are stuck in the pain. You are stuck in the pain and you accept it. And if you accept that, you are an accomplice to murdering your love life, to murdering your emotional life. And you are never going to become victorious, because the heartbreak will keep repeating and repeating and repeating. You must take one step at a time and start with the most important, which is yourself. So love yourself, my dear Sagittarius. Love yourself in order to be able to give love and to receive love. And with this message, I wish you all the best. I wish you happy birthday. I wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I will see you at the next video. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and look for more information at the description underneath the video. So be blessed with love and light, my dear Sagittarius, and see you next time. Bye-bye!